Welcome back to the 43rd episode of Learn Portuguese with me. São Miguel Island. São Miguel is the largest, most population island in the Azores, nicknamed Ilha Verde. The Green Island. It hosts the volcanic crater lakes of Sete Cidades and the geothermal area of Furnas. This is nice. Funchal is the capital of Madeira, built on a steep hillside overlooking the Atlantic. Funchal. Okay. Not the best quiz. I think we should also update this a little bit. But yeah, Funchal, Madeira. And I was there once. Madeira, crazy. And I heard they have also like a strong accent, as well as the Azores. And we're gonna study these also. Which of these lies further north? Funchal? Lisboa? Where is the garrison border between town? I don't know. Alright. This was no trick. Father nut. Oh, alright. So, what are we gonna do today? I wanna get this mindset arranged. And how are we gonna do this? We're gonna do this by completing it. And for now, we need the conditional and another dive into past tenses and future tenses, okay? And we are not doing this only with rules, we're doing this with a story, okay? So I prepared this story. It's a summary of our ChatGPT conversation, because we stayed pretty much all of the time in one conversation. We did another one for the speaking part, for the conversation, but for the first 35 episodes we only had this one chat. And we can also go to the top and see our first message up there. We're gonna do this in another episode. But yeah, I summarize it. I got this text out of it. This text, this story, and from our conversations, from our real conversations, I got this text. And we are gonna study these for now. It's a little bit different because I feel like we need some variance. In the last episode, we did a lot of conversation, and now we want to get a little bit more input. We want to get our second brain, our mind map, new arranged. We're gonna want to fulfill this, and also from the fun aspect. So, sitting there another 45 minutes with chat, maybe not the most fun thing for now, because we did this so often in the last time. And now I want to get a little bit into reading and the conditional, the past and the future. And this text, they should be full of these instances where we're going to stumble across, and then we're going to study this. All right, so we're going to study with this. So what do we have? And also the first text in a higher level, because like these texts were like, we can look at maybe the 12th. I think this is already at least 10 or 15 episodes away. But yeah, let me check this. Ao longo destes capítulos. Yeah, okay, this is pretty easy. But maybe this will be harder. We're gonna see. Alright, so today I want to talk about a project, a very important project for me. A few years ago, okay, a can also be a go. Is not only there is, it's also a go. A few years ago, comecei, okay, and this is, I think, the first instance of the past tense, okay. We're gonna study this in a moment. A interessar-me por línguas estrangeiras. No início just apenas hobby, mas com o tempo tornou-se grande paixão. Grande paixão. Sempre gostei de aprender. Gostei de aprender coisas novas e de compreender culturas diferentes. Okay, so we have 3 instances of the past. I don't know if this is... I think this was like... No, I couldn't... First, can we say... I think this should be like a preterite imperfecto because this is not ended. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna check soon. When I was younger, I studied English in school, but not prestava aten. I couldn't keep that much attention. Achava, I thought that it was sufficient decorar, this is the infinitive, algumas antes des testes. I think it was efficient to collect, to decorar, to learn some words before the test. Unfortunately, I forgot almost every after. I forgot. Yeah, this should also be past, because otherwise this would be especio. Naquela altura. Okay, altura. Ainda não sabia. Still don't. Still didn't knew how to learn a language efficient. Okay, so for now this is fine, I think. There are so many of them. So give me for all which are underlined, for all of the words which are underlined, the explanation. So pick one and do a quick explanation of this, which form is gonna used, and tell me something about the past tense. Gostoerea. Gostoerea. Gostoerea hoje, porque hoje é tempo bem. Okay, potato imperfect, perfect. Okay, this is mixed. This is really nice. And okay, so a completed event. I started. It happened once, and moved the story forward. Comecei. Okay. Yeah, but now I like to have começar. Okay, so this is a regular verb. We're gonna check this, how to build this. Okay. So I think comecei, or comecei from começar is a regular verb. So it ends with AR. So give me how to build the pretérito perfeito for regular verbs. Okay, one quick summary for a screenshot. I want to see this in a table. All right. This is nice. Okay. Play, flashed, flew, flamos, flashed this, laram. See? E usually. And now give me for the same verbs, or for the same, also for the irregular verbs, the pretérito imperfeito. Isto é imperfeito. Ajuda-me um pouco. Ok. There are only 3 irregular verbs in the pretérito imperfeito. You said the pretérito imperfeito is regular. Is usually regular. But what about a word like fazer? I think this is irregular. So give me the conjugations of fazer in the pretérito imperfeito. Ser, estar, and ter. Ser, ter, vir. No. That's nothing. This is nice. Can we get this one screenshot? So give me for the pretérito imperfeito a quick summary for one screenshot. This is actually nice. A little bit shorter. Only 3 truly irregular verbs. Just write this in one line. Okay, but do the table with the examples of falava, comia, and abria. Okay, this is nice. Yeah, and now add a table just with the endings, without the words, so just as a concept. Okay, look. This is nice. This is what I wanted. Sometimes it takes a few requests, a few prompts, as we say nowadays, a few prompts. All right. So now we have something to look at. So the imperfeito is usually with va, with ava, I, with usually with e, you see an e, and or an I, not an e, and there you have like, yeah, a lot of the recognition comes from the understanding, I think, from the sense of the text. So we're gonna let this here and gonna look at them. So, comecei. Now we're just swiping from there to there. Começar, começar. Okay, comecei. I started. Okay. era. Now we need to era. Okay. I think this is here. Okay. So give me for the 3 irregular verbs the conjugations in one table. Give me for 3 irregular verbs in one table. And now give me for the pretérito perfeito all irregular verbs in one table. With all 6 forms, with all 6 conjugations. So ser and ir are the same verbs, so what? Verbs, I think. Verbs. This pronunciation is crazy. Ok. Fui a Lisboa, fui para a festa durante 10 anos. Fui muito interessante, Okay, this is interesting. We have to encounter sometimes. And yeah, what about the pretérito imperfeito, most important irregular verbs? Where is the verb estar? Isn't this interesting? All right, so give me an updated table of the most important irregular verbs in the pretérito perfeito. All right. Yeah. I think we are right now building something very nice where we can always look back, and I'm quite eager to arrange this second brain. All right. This is nice. We're gonna let this for here now. So, era is like pretérito imperfeito. I was. It was. I was would be. Yeah, would be the same. Okay. It was, I was. Tempo sempre. Gostei. I just liked. Pretérito perfeito. Okay. Perfeito. Like this. Pretérito perfeito. That we know with one. Pretérito imperfeito. This is. Pretérito perfeito, pretérito imperfeito. Okay, falei. Yeah. So we have gostei, gostar, gostei, gostar. Ar. Alright. Quando era, another time. When I. So era, and it's when it is. When, or it is. I was. It was. I was. Younger. Mais novo, more newer, younger. Estudava, okay. This is Yeah, first person singular, but pretérito imperfeito, estava. Estudar, estava, okay. Inglês, mas não prestava, to prestar, prestar atenção is to keep attention, so, but so I kept attention. Achava, I thought that I was, or it was. Yeah, okay. And this is now where the context is very important. So I have to determine if I was thinking that it was, or I was, but sufficient. That it was sufficient, I was sufficient, makes no sense in this context. Decorar. Decorate. Okay, crazy. Decorate algumas palavras antes dos testes. Infelizmente, I forgot, okay. With ER. Like this. Can we go with one? Yeah. ER. Where is ER? Here is ER. Okay. Maybe this also like this. I don't know right now. We just want to look at the pattern. This could be esquecer naquela altura. Naquela altura. Okay, at that time. Naquel, okay. I think at that time, this is something of the demonstrative pronoun. Aquel, but it's, I think, a contraction with M plus aquel is naquel. And altura is like the time, I think, then. Okay. At that time, sabia. I didn't knew, okay. ¿Cómo aprender una lengua de forma eficiente? Mais tarde, comecei. I started learning French and Italian for myself. Lia, I read also Lia, okay, I read simple books. Via, watched videos on YouTube. Listened to music. Tentava, falar, okay. This is again my favorite conjugation method. Episode 2, I think, or 3, I don't know, 4, I don't know, but yeah. Also in the past, this is conjugated, this is not conjugated, this is conjugated, even if it's conjugated in the past, this is fine. In the beginning, I did a lot of mistakes, but this was no problem. On the contrary, every error helped me to learn something new, okay? After descobri, okay, just descobri, where is this? maybe descobrir. Here we are. Descobrir. Okay. Português. Desde a primeira. Desde was like after? Or desde? Since. Okay. Yeah, since the first time that I listened to a language, I thought it's very interesting. The pronunciation, parecia, seemed, yeah, but past, pouco difícil, mas também muito bom. Conheci, I knew Portuguese people. I started listening podcasts and tried speak always when I had the opportunity. Tinha oportunidade. I think this is one of the irregular verbs. Tinha. So it should be here. Tinha. Okay. Oportunidade. Hoje treino português todos os dias. De manhã, costumo. Okay. The money in the morning. I try. Okay, this is normal. I usually review. Review. Vocabulário. Depois leio algumas páginas de um livro ou de um artigo. Leio. I think this should be just simple present. À tarde, vejo vídeos ou faço. Vejo is still simple present. Exercise the grammatic. I tried to speak for some minutes without preparing anything. Sometimes it's going good. Sometimes I hesitate. Some other times esqueço. I forget. But yeah, simple present. Palavras ou respondo de forma normal. No entanto, nonetheless, this makes part of the process. No entanto. Okay, no entanto. This is, I think, important to. However, yeah, this is really important. No entanto. This is really important to remember. O tema de hoje é a consistência. Muitas pessoas think that they need to study a lot of hours per day to have success. In my opinion, this is not always true. It's always important. It's more important to study a bit every day than study a lot of only one time per week. Every method has advantages and disadvantages. Some people prefer learning others through books. Other people like that. Other like more the watch the videos or with podcasts. I like to combine various methods because everything or every cada tem. I think this is our expression. Each one has its strong points. A book helps me understand grammar, Videos helps me to listen and to listen to the pronunciation. Conversations help me gain confidence. When I meet a new word, I try always mesma. The same. It's always the same. Vou precisar desta palavra nas minhas conversas. I'm going to need this word in my conversation. If the response is yes, escrevo. I don't waste a lot of time with it. I also like to compare languages. A lot of vocabularies or words are similar in French, Italian, and Portuguese. This helps me lembrar, to remember the vocabulary with ease. However, also exist important differentials. If we are translating everything literally, there will be leave fast. A lot of people are not really functioning. In the future, gostaria de falar. Okay, and I think now we are encountering the conditional gostaria. Okay, or is this in the future? No, this could also be like aia. ER and ER could be like could be something here. Gustar, but yeah, gustar is like with IR. So nonetheless, it's I think conditional. So give me a quick explanation of the conditional in the Portuguese language. So conditional is very nice. Is like I should be, I would be, I could be, and yeah. Would, gostaria de café, hypothetical would, yeah. Most verbs, infinitive, ia, ias, ia, iamos, ies, iam, falar, seria, estaria, teria. Okay. So give me a quick, and also for the most important verbs. Like the most important are should, would, and could. These are, I think, the most important. And then you have like the others, the regular, and then you have the irregular. So give me for all three a quick table for one screenshot. Gustaria, like I would like to do this, I should do this, I could do this. These three are the most important. Would like, we can also would like. So give me for the most important verbs for would, could, should, and would like a table with all 6 forms. Okay, I think we're gonna do this table for table. This is perfect. Conditional. Now give me a summary of all regular forms and are the differences between AR and ER and IR. I don't gotta know what you follow. No, I don't want to get into present preterito. This should be just the tense of conditional. Okay, yeah, this is nice. And now give me a summary of the most important irregular verbs in the conditional. Then, yeah, this topic, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Simply, I love it. Add the condition. Okay, this is nice. Yeah, most of them are following the normal pattern. Right. All right. So let's just remember gustarias. Okay, aria. So it's with aria or area. All right. Let's get back. I would like to speak Portuguese in a complete natural way. I like to understand films, books, and conversations without thinking too much in grammar. Too much. This is too much. Yeah, this demasiado. Too much. Or too. Troppo. Too. Também would also like to visit more Portugal. Conhecer pessoas novas e descobrir paisagens diferentes. Talvez dia. Maybe someday I can work complete in Portugal. I can completely work into Portugal. Maybe I mean the episode, but not really. I don't want to really work there or live there and work there. So, yeah. If continuasse. If continuasse. Is this future? Is it pretérito? Conjuntivo. Okay. We're not doing this today. But good to know. Then with certainty, Gefaria. Defaria. Would. Okay, this conditional. I would. Not only, it's not a run, it's a journey. It's a long journey. Some attempts are difficult, others seem easy. Easy doable. For chase. I think this is again conditional. Oh no, this is not because I thought this would be like from fazer. But everything is important. All of this is important. For this, when you ask me something, What is the secret for learning a language? I always respond in the same way. Start today. Practice a little bit every day, and have curiosidad. So have a curiosity. I'm gonna translate this because practice. Don't be afraid to make. Não tenhas medo de errar. Nunca deixes, so mistakes, I think. And never stop being curious. This is stop. Never stop to have curiosity. Is so that pouco a pouco uma língua se torna parte de nossa vida. Alright. Yeah, this was interesting, and this is also a new level, a new niveau. Like the last texts have been way easier, but this is nice. So, next episode we are gonna look at this second story and hopefully encounter the future tense, so that we are filled with this. So we can ask chat one time for now, last minute, if there is like everything, or if anything is missing. For a complete second brain, or I mean like for a complete Pareto principle second brain, I don't want to learn like the plusquamperfect for now. I want to have a summary of the most important topics. Do you see any other topics which are maybe not that important, and do you see other topics which we could cover? So maybe there are other ones. Imperative. Don't we have the imperative? Yeah, we have it. We have it here, but there was no word. Subjunctive. Yeah, I think this is important in the Portuguese language, but we're gonna do this later. Relative clauses. Sentence structure. Time connectors. Modal verbs. Medium priority. Passive voice. Yeah. Okay. Numbers, maybe we add numbers and time. Subjunctive we're gonna soon add. But yeah, this is roughly 95% of the grammar and structures you need for comfortable everyday conversations, and this is what I always mean. So, I think we are pretty much done for today's episode. Next episode we're gonna also look at this quiz. Yeah. So, obrigado. Yeah, we're gonna highlight this. So maybe we're gonna stumble across this in the future, and then we know, oh, we have to study it. Okay, so hasta la próxima. See you in the next episode.